Welcome to the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In this another video brought to you by the luxury world, we will be discussing if you should either be selling or buying a Rolex watch. We will provide you with a brief overview of the watch and jewelry markets today. We believe that Rolex, Patek, and AP watches may present us with a buying opportunity, and we will explain that here in this video. Before anything else, don't forget to click the subscribe button to receive updates on our newest content. Let's return to the subject at hand. Should you purchase a Rolex now, or should you wait until the industry collapses and see how it actually plays for investors and buyers alike for the next few months? One of the most well-known brands in the world, Rolex is a Swiss watch company founded in Britain and founded in London in the early 1900s. Rolex has undeniably become synonymous with prestige and luxury. The timeless timepieces have performed astonishingly well as investments, according to Bob's Watches, a leading vintage Rolex dealer based in the United States. The most concerning aspect of the luxury watch industry is the overwhelming fear caused by the bizarre yet intriguing statistics. What are the roots and causes of such collapse? Where is this heading? Lastly, is there any data we can use to speculate on the future? So the first thing we'll talk about is where this is going. And you should know that if we only take into account what people say or think, the bottom is probably not even close. It isn't like everything will fall into nothing, right? But it would be best that we stick to the data instead. Therefore, we must always examine the data thoroughly in order to support our decision whether to invest or not. Watches have come to be widely regarded as investments. Additionally, they are increasingly becoming an asset class that people pay attention to. Therefore, it makes perfect sense to ask, do we have any data showing us what is going to happen with the luxury watch industry? And there's a straightforward response. Yes, we do. Prior to the sudden increase in this watch's prices in 2020, luxury watch prices had already been consistently rising annually. Therefore, the watch industry has become successful not just in the past 2 years. Over the past few years, watch buying have become more prevalent, but some enthusiasts claim that watches have evolved into beanie babies. It's like this trend that lasts for a while, then the hype vanishes, and no one wants to buy a watch anymore. The truth is that this really hasn't been the case since before 2020. If we simply examined that data without taking inflation, manipulation, or anything else that reflects the jewelers. When we begin to pay attention to trends, we will begin to notice that many of the most sought-after Patek Philippe models were still being sold at prices that were twice as much as their MSRP. In the watch industry, many hard-to-find watches were going for 1.5 or even 3 times their MSRP. However, this behavior has existed far much longer than is commonly believed. In addition, the prices of new items are rising year after year, even for watches that are not as popular or driven by the market. This makes new luxury watches and brands even more valuable. Luxury watches' rising value is not a new phenomenon. However, there's a crucial data indicating that the luxury watch industry is getting close to the bottom. They are not the absolute bottom, because particularly if you're a long-term investor, you can never time the bottom or attempt to top in an investment close enough to make a well-informed decision. And if that's the case, here are some things to think about. In the world of high-end cars, watches, luxury goods, or art, there are dealers and resellers, as well as end consumers. These are your 3 pockets: dealers, then lower margin resellers, and finally, end users, the guys that purchases the watch. The fact that dealers always keep good inventory at a good price is one thing to think about. Dealers have been parking rather than reselling extremely rare watches over the past 10 years. But why? Basically, these dealers understand what is coming in the future, especially if they are not in a position to resell the goods. Consider this. If you bought something with the intention of selling it tomorrow, you anticipate that its value will vary over the course of a few months or years. The more products you sell, the more money you make. If you chose to buy stuff in numbers like 3 of something, 2 of something, etc., and put it away and not sell it to others, then you must believe that its value will eventually be turned up so that it makes more sense to bring it back later. Over the course of the past few years, We have witnessed this in the automobile market as well, with individuals purchasing collectible automobiles with the expectations that they will fetch better values in 10 years. We also witnessed this in the watch market over the past few months, when people have been purchasing watches that are hard to find. Because of this, people are placing the same highest value on watches that have been discontinued or that they anticipate will be discontinued within the next year. Among other things, jewelers are taking these actions at the moment. The last 3 weeks have seen an increase in the scarcity of inventory, making it much more difficult to purchase. As a result, the market is seeing an increasing number of units leave. Some people are predicting yet another massive collapse in watch supply in the near future. Despite the fact that we agree that finding a pocket deal is always possible, we frequently end up acting like that desperate person who doesn't know how things work and decides to throw something away in the hopes of making something of extraordinary value. We call that the unicorn deal, a term rooted in the business industry. Any startup that achieves a $1 billion valuation is referred to as a unicorn. Eileen Lee, founder of Cowboy Ventures, coined the term when she referred to the 39 startups with a valuation of more than $1 billion as unicorns. The term was used to emphasize the rarity of such startups. Since then, the definition of a unicorn startup has not changed. Although unicorn deals are possible, you can't solely rely on that idea in order to build an investment or business portfolio. There aren't enough of them to basically generate enough volume or cash flow to give you a return on investment or ROI. Sure, there's no problem getting stuck with the idea of chasing a unicorn deal if your aim is to simply buy a watch for yourself. However, if you want to make money, this strategy will hardly give you access to enough inventory to improve your situation. Which then brings us to our ultimate question. Should you purchase a watch right now or sell watches? Enjoying this video? If yes, then click the subscribe button to get the latest updates from your favorite luxury channel. Now let's get back to the video. Therefore, if you're purchasing a watch to put aside, ensure that it's a very low volume model, not an Hublot or something similar. We suggest you go for a Patek Philippe or something that would typically be extremely difficult to obtain. It makes sense to pursue these watches. The market is currently offering very attractive deals that may work for you. Simply choose a day date or Daytona if you're just looking to buy a watch. However, we would suggest waiting if you aren't looking for anything particularly rare. The truth is, when deciding whether to sell or keep a piece, one of the most important factors that people consider is not the amount of profit they make, but rather the replacement value. Although resellers may have paid a high price for an item, they can always resell it and replace the next one, possibly on the same deal, sometimes for even less money, but still offering them an immediate margin on the item, still putting them in the same situation. Not bad if you ask me. Keep in mind that these watch markets fall and rise up again, which is one of the main reasons why watch markets are fun and profitable at the same time. Your ability to play the game, turn inventory, and make a profit doesn't change. As we wrap up this video, we hope that you have gained a better understanding of the Rolex industry. Please let us know what you think of this video in the comment section below. And don't forget to smash the like button and hit subscribe if you want to be the first to learn about the next amazing luxury item. See you in the next video.